want your love was handmade for somebody like me.
No work can truly be original, because it's difficult to separate yourself from the influences that came before you. However, there is a difference between deriving inspiration from other artists and simply plagiarising their work. Some of the biggest hits on the Billboard charts include Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, Taylor Swift's Shake It Off, and Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk, all of which have been plagiarised from TLC, 3LW, and the Gap Band. The difference in their viewing numbers is staggering, and this only scratches the surface. We at Fitzgerald have examined 237 cases of music plagiarism, and to avoid wrongful accusations, we have picked cases that were studied, settled, and proven to have been plagiarised. Let's start with a case that has been widely discussed since the song came out, Ed Sheeran's Shape of You. Let's give a stripped down version of the song a listen. And here is Scrubs. The similarities are pretty obvious. In the same way, we looked at several different cases, and we're going to show you some of the biggest ones, like Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk. The tune took heavy inspiration from the Gap Band's Oops Upside Your Head, yet Uptown Funk is leading by over 4 billion views. Yes, billion views on YouTube. Even Taylor Swift's uber-popular Shake It Off copies themes from 3LW's Players Gone Play, yet Taylor Swift's view count leads by over 3 billion. And that barely scratches the surface. Shakira's Waka Waka is much too close to Zangawella's Golden Sound, which lags behind Waka Waka by 3 billion views. And coming in again, we have Ed Sheeran. His song Photograph copies Matt Cardle's Amazing, but still leads by over 1 billion views. How do these artists keep getting away with it? Per our study, it seems plagiarised songs, on average, get about 211.3 times the number of views than the original. This is a pretty big difference, especially when you account that 1,000 views on YouTube equals about $2 or more. Yet in 64% of the cases we studied, the accused artist ended up only paying about $150,000 to settle. Of course, there are instances when artists have settled for millions. Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up in 1977 was plagiarised in Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines, and Thicke ended up paying $5.3 million in settlements. Similarly, Michael Bolton ended up paying $4.2 million for plagiarising the Eiley brothers' Love is a Wonderful Thing. In the case of Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, the writers of Scrubs, Candy Burruss and Tiny Harris, got ASCAP credits for the song in 2017. Of course, in some cases, crediting isn't necessary because the plagiarised work turns out to be something the original artists want nothing to do with. Some of the worst plagiarism cases in the music industry include the Beatles' All You Need Is Love, which got 25 million views less than Glenn Miller's original In the Mood. Similarly, Radiohead's song Creep and its copy by Lana Del Rey called Get Free have an astounding difference of 606 million views. Even so, maybe expecting all music to be 100% original is a bit of a stretch, because every artist is influenced by artists they love or grew up listening to. However, when you sample different elements individually, it becomes pretty evident what was inspired and what was just plain ripped off. To check out the full report on plagiarism in music, click on the link in the description. Fitzgerald offers ad-free plagiarism checks with grammar assistance, completely free of charge. So head to fitzgerald.com to fix your school assignments, papers, and essays and make them 100% yours.